What's going on, everybody? It's Top Bets. We're checking in for Game 5 between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Phoenix Suns. We got the Suns up 3-1. We have been going over this series pretty dang in depth. How do you feel tonight, buddy?
Man, I'm feeling great. My confidence has kind of bounced back a little bit in the NBA the last 2 or 3 days or so. So I'm confident in the plays.
Yeah, we are on opposing sides tonight. It doesn't happen often, but we are on the opposite sides. Myself, I am on the Clippers +6. So I'm thinking this game is just going to be a little bit closer. Took this before the Zubac news, so don't feel as confident now. I had it as a 1.5 unit play. I'd shade that down to a unit play now, with Zubac being out with the big enforcer for him. Boogie's going to have to step up, buddy. So you're on the Suns, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was on the Suns before the Zubac news. Because I'm under the impression the Suns, they looked flat in the fourth quarter the other night, and I think those two series going to Game 7s, and then the Suns being just a tough defensive team. I think they're worn down. I could be wrong. Obviously, there's been several scenarios this postseason where I thought the Clippers were done, and they proved everybody wrong. So, but I think it's hard to do that 3 series in a row, and Chris Paul back healthy. The Suns look like the Suns previous to Chris Paul being out to win. More or less.
They're such a resilient ball club, and they've shown this series that they just hang around too much. I think it's just a little bit too much. I think it should be in the 3 or 4 area. The Clippers just find a way to keep everything close. They got Paul George is actually playing pretty damn well besides shooting those free throws towards the end of the game. Reggie Jackson's been absolutely balling out. Terrence Mann's been good. Morris has been good for him, but Zubac is their guy down low. So they need to have somebody step up and get Ayton maybe in foul trouble early. They got to get him off the floor or get him rattled, because those pick and rolls with CP3 and Devin Booker, to Ayton with those lobs is just a nightmare. So they definitely need to clean that up, and then the Clippers need to shoot better tonight. We both said, we were texting each other, and we said, hey, we're on the Suns, and we're both on the over last game. But then we both were like, man, we could still see the Clippers, their legs giving out or whatnot, and sure as hell they shot like shit. I mean, everybody did. So it was pretty much of a disaster for the over in that last game.
Well, yeah, the last 2 games have been they've been both pretty ugly. But man, going back to Zubac, he is first off he's been able to guard Ayton this entire series. Zubac obviously helps that fact, but Zubac offensively, with his offensive rebounding, and I think he averaged like 10 or 12 points the last 2 games. Which is, man, he's not the player he was. And to ask him to come in and guard Ayton for 30, 35 plus minutes tonight, I think it's going to be a tall task.
Yeah, he's gonna get a little rattled.
I do agree with you, though. The line is weird because I'm like you. I'm more with the way the series has gone, would have expected to see. I thought it was going to be at like 2.5, 3.5, and to see 6. That's the only thing that there was at one point in the day before I made my mind up. I kind of leaned Clippers because I would have bought a point and made it 7, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, the way the Clippers looked in the fourth quarter the other night is basically what my decision and who I went with tonight.
Yeah.
So
With
the over, man. Now that the way this seems, I'm kind of worried about the over now. Because of I'm out of it, but because of how. Yeah, the Clippers just looked dead at the end of that game. Completely 180 difference from the first half. So we'll see, man. I still like it. I'm just kind of more hesitant than I was earlier. I was super confident when it was at like 12.5.
Right. Yeah, we got Rambling and Gambling checking us out. Appreciate you. If you guys have not, check out his Twitter. He has a new Discord he just opened up. If you guys want to get in there, he is on Ayton over 11.5 rebounds. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good bet here. You got Fantasy Labs agreeing with you. That's an 8 out of 10 rating here. If they think he's going to get around 13, I think it's a no-brainer without Zubac now. Only way he doesn't get this is if he gets in foul trouble, which I think they need to do, but that's need to do and actually get it done is far from in between.
Yeah, and he's not your typical big guy. I mean, he's super athletic for his size. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's been in foul trouble this entire series.
Been able to do what he wants.
But there's no one in there. Yeah, I mean, even Zubac though. There's no one on that team that can
right,
like detour him defensively. I don't know. There's just no one on that. There's no one offensively skilled enough to go down low against him, in my opinion. And DeMarcus Cousins plays. He's more of a perimeter big guy. So, and that plays in his hands with his athleticism. I love I think I got it at over 12.5 on BetOnline, but it was even money. So I like that.
And if you guys are tuning in, we're doing a $50 giveaway. If you guys, all you gotta do is just guess PG3 Paul George's PRAs. It's set at 46 right now. So all you have to do is put it in the chat, and you are automatically entered. Make sure you put your Twitter handle as you are guessing, so we know who's guessing who, and then we can communicate and send you the money, whoever wins. We had Wheezy Co. win it last time. He had Chris Paul's, and it was 29, and he hit it right on the dot. So sent him this $50, and we are good.
I had I guess one of the guys that was watching Sweet Nick was DMing me like, man, I really think I won. I didn't see anyone else post.
Yeah, he DM'd me too, and he was like, I had 27. I think I was pretty close. I was like, oh, hell. So I had to go back in the chat, circle it, and send it to him.
Yeah.
What other prop plays you on tonight?
Probably will cover that if not. If out like last minute and a half of the game. So I'm taking his over in points again tonight. I've got it 26.5. I think him at home. I think his offense really until middle has been lackluster the last two games. So I think he comes out tonight, driving the paint, easy buckets.
Yep.
So I like his over and points, and then to correlate with that, I like Paul's over and
An
assist at
assist.
9.5.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Chris Paul's assist tonight. And what does Fantasy Labs? Fantasy Labs got Booker points at 26.8. So right there, if it hits a couple shots here and there, I think you're going to be good. He needs to start off well. Maybe taking the mask off.
Right. If he knock and he did, if he could just knock down one or two threes tonight, I think he covers that 26 easily. He's not a great three ball guy. He can knock them down here and there, but like I said, if he stays aggressive, I think he's going to get his shots and his points tonight. One more on a safer note, I think Paul George over 2.5 threes. It's a little juicy. I got it at minus 180. But I think that's like a sure bet. I think there's no way that doesn't cash. He's got to be there often, or he and Reggie Jackson.
Right. So what is it? What was that bet? Sorry.
It's over 2.5. I got the juice. I got
3 points. Yeah. Yeah.
Minus 180, but I know some sites their prop juice is a little bit lower than Bet Online.
Yeah. So best line that Fantasy Labs is pulling up is from BetMGM. It's minus 160, and it's a 10 rating. So they think he's going to shoot about 4. So they like that bet a lot. So that'll probably I'm going to make a same game parlay, and that's going to be one of them. I might have 3 to 4, like an alternate 3-point spread right there. That's a good line there. He's got to be their guy tonight, especially if they're going to be anything. If they're going to be in the game. What's Jackson's at? I just like the way Jackson's been playing in this series.
He was at over. I think he was over on Jackson's over threes was over 3.5 on Bet Online, but I think it was at like plus 140, plus 160.
3 shot, yeah. It's 3.5. That's crazy.
He's damn near hit at least 3 threes in every game they played the Suns this year or this series.
Yeah, so it's plus money. It's plus 112. They lean the under here with the Fantasy Labs, so could end up going with that. Let's see.
I almost took his over in points, but the Suns. This is a good defensive team, and the only guy I can see just getting consistent baskets is George tonight. Reggie Jackson has the talent and the skill level to do it. I just think this Suns team being at home with a 3-1 lead, wanting to close it out, they got a lot going against them tonight.
This is one guy that I like, Cameron Payne tonight. I think he's going to have to be a little bit of a change of pace guy once Paul gets out.
Yeah.
And
I almost took his over in points.
I like his rebounds and assist here, or just his assist. So I don't think he's going to have to score as much tonight, but I think he's going to play a pivotal role of assisting, dishing the ball as Chris Paul leaves the floor, and then he kind of comes in and changes the pace a little bit.
Yeah, well, you'll definitely know how well Cam Payne's going to play. Like the 3 or 4 minute mark in the first quarter, he'll play those last few minutes. I think it'll be a telltale on where his game ends up. I see, like, the reason why I held off his over in points total is because I see this being a game where, like, really Paul and Booker just don't leave the court.
That's true.
I think they want the extra day rest they would definitely get. Extra 3 days rest they would get. 3 or 4.
It was crazy because I was thinking, CP3 just got back from COVID list. He's going to be, probably getting some rest or whatnot. He was at the WNBA game last night. Like, he's just straight in cruise mode. So, yeah, I mean, he's feeling good. I think he'll be ready to go. But I don't see a blowout happening tonight. That's why I favor the Clippers. We got Randall again says Batum has value PRA with Zubac out. He is going to get a lot more playing time. And then you also got Morris probably getting a little bit more playing time. What's Batum at?
Well, That's the guy. If the Clippers have any chance tonight, outside of Paul George being their offensive threat, he's got to step up,
Yep.
man. He stepped up a ton in that series against Utah, especially in those early games. And I know since his injury, he's not been that same player, but it's the playoffs, man. You got a game.
Is this
So
points really?
if they're gonna have,
Is
I think
this
it was at like 9.
okay? Because it says 6.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, his
I don't
PRA
know.
here,
I can,
his PRA is here 13 and a half for, and they think it's going to be 12.8, so it's right at it, a little bit below it. But no, I see where Ramlin's coming in here. Someone's going to have to make up for those minutes. I mean, Boogie is going to try. He'll get in foul trouble. He might get a technical foul, and then he'll be out of the game for probably the rest of the time. So
yeah.
I like Batum or I like Morris. So I might take Morris's points here because someone is going to have to score or somebody's rebounds or rebounds plus points or something like that.
Morris is definitely. They're both Morris and Batum. They're both perimeter guys, but Morris can also get to the basket and double team and the ball to be kicked
Right.
out. So um, he could definitely hit his player points. I think if Morris is a little more healthy tonight than he was 2 nights ago, I think that on Bet Online he's over 11 or more points.
Yeah.
It's at -120.
And
That's a
Rambler,
safe
if you want to come on one of these shows, we can get all three of us on here. We can discuss a little bit here and there. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you want on, you can get on the next one. We're trying to get a lot of cappers to
Yeah.
come on. We can get about 3 or 4 of them in here, and we'll go from there. So yeah, if you want on, let us know, man.
Yeah, definitely. None of my sidekick guys, I said they don't want to. I know they want to, but they're all so busy, whether it's with kids or their jobs or Ray's just a dick.
Some
I'm just kidding. I love Ray, man. That's my boy. But they're just busy. I want them to get on here, and I know eventually that they will. Any cappers out there that will come on,
Yeah.
would love to support
And then
you.
a little bit of lineup news. We got Terrence Mann going to start for Zubac. So they're going to go small. And yeah, I don't know how well that'll go. But Mann is probably going to get a little bit more runs. So it's another guy you can look for some points total. He's going to have to score for them. But yeah, they're going to go small to start and see how they go. You know,
This is making me more confident in overpick because they obviously are planning on putting 30 shots in this first quarter.
one bet that I did like.
I mean, I don't know why.
It was plus money. I think it was like plus 100. It was the Clippers over 25.5 first quarter points because they're going to try to come out on fire. So 25.5. It's not a bet. They're going to go small to start out. So let me see if they have an official lineup sent out. First comment was, "What? He's playing center tonight?" No official lineup yet, but we got Mann starting. All right, we'll let you know whenever that happens. Some Morris's over 1.5 3-pointers. That's a 10 scale here, so that's a nice little play. Points is only 10.5, which I think is a little bit low. But we'll see how that. I think he's had a hurt knee as well, so we'll see how that goes.
It's lower body energy.
What'd you say?
Yeah, it's definitely lower body. I don't remember. Those guys are going to be shooting left and right.
Yeah. We got Suns -4 first half. Any play first half wise? You think?
No.
Let me stay away.
That I could definitely this game starting like the game did the other
Yeah.
night. It was I think it was tied at halftime,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I can see this being very similar, and then the sore legs being tired catches up to the
Yep.
Clippers.
And if anybody tuning in, you guys got your prop bets you are thinking about, your bets you are thinking about, throw them in the chat. We'll discuss them. We'll let you know how we are, what side we are on, and that'll pretty much decide which way we go going forward with the stream. Otherwise, we can be here probably. Well, who knows? Who knows if they start right on 8? Because sometimes they start at like 8:15 or 8:07 or.
Yeah, man. The only sport out there that starts on time is fucking soccer, and I'm so pissed with soccer today, man. Never was what a 0.006% chance that happens. Spain and France both up 3-1 with that 85-minute mark, and fucking concede 2 goals to go into extra.
Oh yeah, I mean that's an insane.
Parlayed money line. I had them both bet money line and then parlayed money line, and of course, washed all 3 of those real quick. They both look so good too, man. Jesus.
Spilled my damn water on my desk. I'm too excited for the game.
Well, yeah, what MLB you can?
Oh, hold on. Spilled my damn water. Sorry. I'm too excited, you know.
You're good. So, what MLB are you on tonight?
What MLB am I on? The Cubs, for sure. Like that play. We were on Wager Rakes Media this morning. We did a live stream with Azim and the Source podcast, and the Cubs play. He convinced me. He says that road division matchups are favoring the road team now. You know, road team when you got Hendricks, your best pitcher on the mound as well. So they're a team that I'm looking at. He was also on the Phillies. I don't know what the Phillies are doing right now. 2-2.
It's 2-2.
Those are his 2 dogs. P Cobb 2205. What's up, man? Thanks for checking out the stream. He says man over 12.5. I assume that's points, and I like that a lot. Now that he's starting, I would hammer that. That's going to be in my same game parlay that I'm gonna put together on a FanDuel before we leave. And yeah, he's going to be a part of mine for sure. I've been a big fan of him ever since that couple games late in the was it Dallas where he went off? Utah. Yeah, Utah. He went off, and he hasn't played as much this series as I wanted him to. So I'm looking for him to have a night. Reggie Jackson's been absolutely dominating the ball. It's been him and George really this whole series. But George, he's kind of got rid of that little playoff P where he doesn't play as well in the playoffs. I think he's got rid of that stigma a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
Phillies are up 4-2. And then we got Cubs are up 2-0 already. But the Hendricks is in trouble. What baseball are you on? Uh-oh. Did we lose, buddy? Can y'all still hear me? Throw in the chat if you guys can still hear me or Buddy. Grandma, can you hear me? You can hear me, but we lost Buddy. All right, we lost Buddy. I just sent him a text saying what the heck happened there. Our Skype went off as well. So maybe he has some technical difficulties on his end. All right, so we'll keep going here. Everybody throw your bets in there. But yeah, man is good. Everything just froze. Got the text, and now it's just said call ended. All right. Whoop, that's all right. We got about 5 more minutes or so. Little technical difficulties. We are running out of my studio, but we will usually stream from there. So yeah, another play that I haven't given out yet. I might give this out well, I'll give it out here, and I might give it out on Twitter here, is this Clippers first quarter. I'm thinking they had to come out pretty well, and +2. Well, that's another one that I'm thinking about tonight. But I did also like their 25.5 point total in the first quarter as well. So if we have any other prop questions, throw them in the chat, and we will get up on out of here, and let's have a successful evening. We will be back sometime later this week. We will tweet it out and let you guys know. Other than that, we appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. Follow at BuddyBets on Twitter. Follow your boy at .bets on Twitter as well. And everybody, see you guys.